JVM. JVM has created an object. JVM has a given number. That number, alphanumeric number, is a hexadecimal number. Alphanumeric number is a hexadecimal number. Hexadecimal number contain numbers and letters, na? A to F. So that address is a hexadecimal number, but I am considering for our easy understanding just one integer number called what? 1010. So repeat again. When we print array object, what is printed? Square bracket, array type, at the rate, reference of the object. So this 1010 is called reference. Also called what? Address. The term address is C language terminology. Java language terminology is what? Reference. So repeat again. When we print object, what is printed? That object type at the rate reference is printed. I don't want reference. I want to print values. Then what you write? IA of index number. First value, system dot out dot println. IA of second value, system dot out dot println of IA of next value, system dot out dot println of IA of next value, system dot out dot println of IA of last value. Okay. Tell me, what is the first index number? 0. What is the last index number? Number of values -1. Number of values 5, -1, 4. Okay. Tell me, what is the rule in accessing array location? The index number should be 0 and less than length -1. I am giving -1. Okay, 0 before value -1, not allowed. System dot out dot println, I am giving the size or length. System dot out dot println 5. Allowed or not allowed? Here and here we will get runtime error exception, array index out of bounds exception. Here also we'll get array index out of bounds exception. Okay, next, can I update the values in the array? Yes. How can I write? Access the array location. Which index you wanted, which index value you want to modify, equal to new value. Can I use array locations in calculation? Yeah, array location represent value only. IA of 1 plus IA of some value 4. Now IA of 1 value 4, IA of 4 value 7, 7 plus 4, 11, 11 stored inside 3. That means this index, this value 3 replaced with 15 and this value 6 replaced with 11. These are the points we have discussed in last class. Hope all you people practice at home. Paka? Okay. Open notes. Yesterday this program open. Who are you? Java developer? Abacha? Presently are you a developer? Are you a copier? Are you developing programmer? You are copying my programmer. You are copying. You are a copier. I am writing program. You are copying that program. Still, you didn't become developer. But you become something. Who? Who are you? You already become something. Who are you? Compiler and JVM. Okay. Who are you? Compiler and JVM. First role is what? Your role is compiler and JVM. Now tell me, when you compile your class, after developing program saving, you compile your class. When you compile your class, compiler come to the first line. Yes or no? What is the first line here reading? Int. What is int? Data type. Can data type following by, can I write square bracket? Yes. Then following by what is IA? Variable name. Equal to, what is flower bracket? Array representation. Inside this array is what type of array? Int array. Inside int array, what type of values you are allowed to write? Either int type or it's a lesser type. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are int type values? Yes. Inside int array, can I store int array integer values? Yes. So as per compiler, this line is successfully compiled. Dot class file generated. Next you are giving to whom now? JVM. Again repeating, compiler verifies syntax. Syntax is nothing but each word you have written is syntactically right or not, is it allowed or not. int array, data type, square bracket, IA, variable name. These two are correct. Then flower bracket, array object of what type? Int array. Int array contain what location? Int location. Location and a variable. Int location. Inside int location, what values we can store? Either int value or its lesser values. What values are stored? All are integers. So this is correct. This line is successfully compiled. Dot class file generated. Next, who is coming to picture? JVM. So tell me, JVM job is checking syntax, allocating memory. Hello? Allocating memory. Slowly telling, allocating memory. Why? Is anybody coming and scolding if you speak louder? Speak louder. What is the JVM job? Allocating memory. Tell me. Allocating memory means, here carefully observe how many memories are created in this line. If it is a primitive variable int I1 equal to 5, how many memories created? One memory. I1 memory created, value 5 stored. But now in this array object, totally how many memories are created? Can you tell me? 3 memories created. I told 3. What are the 3? Tell me. Look at the screen. There are 3 memories created in this line. What are the 3 memories? What are the 3 memories? Already I marked. Already I have marked those 3 memories. Array variable memory IA. First, IA variable memory. Second, flower bracket to flower bracket array object memory. And third, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to store locations to create. Totally how many memories created? 3. First, array variable. Second, array object. Inside array object, locations. How many locations? 5. Zigzag locations are continuation locations. Continuation location. Each location, how many bytes of memory? What type of memory you want to create? Int. Each location occupy how many bytes? 4 bytes. Each location is how many bytes? 4 bytes. That means totally how many bytes? 4 into 5, 20 bytes. Each location, 4 bytes. 20 bytes memory allocated and divided into 4 bytes. Understand? Now I am drawing memory. Observe. Whenever you see int array IA, shortcut just you can visualize like this. But if you want to become perfect JVM, you have to visualize like this. First step. What is the first step? Variable creation IA. IA. Variable is always what? Box. Second step is what? Object creation. Dekho. I told you many times, array object is a apartment. Tell me, apartment contain outside four walls boundary, na? That boundary is what? Rectangle or square. But our boundary is circle. Object memory representation is what? Circle. Variable representation is a rectangle box. Object representation is a circle. Tell me, your house address inside apartment contain address, this outside boundary wall gate contain address. Boundary wall contain address, not inside apartment. Boundary wall main door contains what? Address. Okay. Then tell me, it contain address. That address I am considering as what? 1010 1010. Sir, why 1010? It's my wish. I don't like 1010, sir. Then what do you like? You provide. Whatever the number you wish, you provide. Can I provide 1, sir? Yes. Can I provide 2, sir? Yes. Can I provide 100, sir? Yes. You can provide 1000, sir? Yes. Your wish, any number you can provide. Sir, can I provide my date of birth, sir? Yes. You nachin number provide chesko. I like 1010. You also habituate? Bolo. 1010. Why? If you also habituate using the number 1010, 2 advantages. Number 1, you and me will be in the same sync. When I'm explaining concept, you will not confuse. Second, when you go to interview, when you draw memory with 1010, my HK products are already there in this company, na? Your seniors have spread throughout the world in all companies. In every company, minimum 5% of the employees are from Naresh IT. Okay, na? Now tell me, my HK products can easily identify 1010. Hey, HK product helper. Why? UHK product, IHK product. Nidhi Tanale, Nadi Tanale. Right? Telugu people know this dialogue, na? So tell me now. You have to give the clue. You have to give the indication or clue to the interviewer that you are a HK product so that you'll be selected easily. That's why standard number you have to use 1010. Sir, my friend faculty also using 1010, sir. Yeah, that faculty is also my student. Understand? Some YouTuber or at other also, some website other also writing 1010. Yes, they're also my student. I am born, boom, okay? So I am very old and almost all new trainers, new developers, new others, whoever preparing are there my students. I am not only preparing developers, also I am making what? Trainers also. Okay, na? Fine. Come back now. What is that? This is my array object. Address is what? 1010. This address is nothing but first location address. The first location created address is 1010. Then next location 4 bytes starts at where? 1014. Next 4 bytes 1018. Next 4 bytes 1022. Like that, totally how many bytes created? 20 bytes memory. The 20 bytes memory is divided into 4 bytes equally. 4 bytes equally. After dividing this memory 4 bytes equally, then this memory is marked with index number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. अभी बोलो ये क्या है? एरे वेरिएबल. ए कौन है? एरे ऑब्जेक्ट. A021234 कौन है? एरे ఎరే ఇండెక్స్. చెప్పాలి అలా సైలెంట్ కూర్చోవద్దు, నాకు తెలుసు అని. డోంట్ ఫీల్ దట్ ఐ నో, బట్ ఐ షుడ్ నో దట్ యు నో. దట్స్ వై ప్లీజ్ ట్రై టు reply. Habituate replying. Don't sit silently. This is array variable. This is array object. This is array object. And 0 to 1 2 3 4 what? Array index. And what these dabbas are called? Array locations. They are not called variables. They are called array locations or array memory locations. Array locations are array memory location. Why they are not called variable? Array, if you want to call variable, it should have a name. A variable is a named memory location. Because there is no name, index number, that's why we just call what? Location. And what is this 1010? This 1010 is called what? Array object reference. It is called array object reference. Okay, na? Array variable, array object, array index, array location, array object reference. So first step, second step. Then third step is what? All these 5 values are stored in those respective locations from left to right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then now tell me, left side execution completed, right side execution completed. Now assignment operator is executed. That array object reference, what the reference of the array object? 1010 is stored here. This is step number 4. Array object reference 1010 stored here, and now it is pointing to it. Understand? This is the array object diagram. Whenever you see array object creation statement, you must visualize that is the memory diagram. Now if I write IA, then immediately you have to refer to which variable? IA. What is coming out? 1010. Now if you print just 1010, the end user may consider 1010 as what? 1010, normal integer number. To tell to the end user, it is not mathematical value. It is the reference of the object created. It is the object created at the rate means what? At the address 1010. So if you print referenced variable, object value not printed, object reference is printed as data type at the rate reference is printed. If you want location, now first you must go to this variable, and here you come to here. Okay, from here, slowly, you are walking, you come here. You know, old movies, hero, most of the time, every movie contain this one. You know, heroine is kidnapped by the villains and placed outside, other side of the river. You know, other side of the river. Now the hero is available this side. Now from this side to that side, he will throw one rope. It's exactly go and fit inside one, catching one tree. Understand? Then from there, it is scolding. I mean, sorry, it is scrolling from this side to that side. So you all the way walk and come to the IA. From here, you have to jump into this array. For that, what to do? You must have, this is your hands. You must have one rope. And then with that rope, you are, what do you call, scrolling and coming here and jumped. Okay, now finally come to this side. Now from here, where you want to go? Here, here, where you want to go? You must specify that index number. What the index number you specify? 0. So if you want to refer this arrow mark and that location, what I should write? Array object of index. Array object of index. Then this arrow mark is referred. So I of 0, then coming 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it clear, the syntax? Then now if you write I of -1, it is checking -1 not available, throw exception. 5 checking 5 is not available, throwing exception. So what is the important point? Whenever you are working with, compulsory you should know memory. So you have to draw memory always. Java is a what type of programming language? Java is a what type of programming language? Object oriented. What is an object? Memory. What is an object? Memory. Object is a memory. So if you don't understand memory, can you understand object and its program? No. So in Java, every program you are writing around one object. So if you don't know this object memory diagram, you will fail in the interview. So that's why object memory is compulsory. Okay, na? Babu, yesterday I told you, array is a collection of variables. Okay, because you know only the concept called what? Variables. So what is the change definition if you want? Array is a collection of memory locations created in memory locations of same type created in the continuation locations. Memory locations confused. That's why they convert variable. It is also has a name. What the name? IA of 0. What is its name? IA of 1. What is its name? IA of 2. Okay, na? Name is same name will be there. Understand? Who is that? Gajanan Sambhaji. Please write down. Memory write down. In your notes already have written int array IA equal to flower bracket 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This line is already written. Side, or if you have space here, write step number 1. Write along with me. Int array IA, step number 1. If you have space there, write down there. If you don't have space, down after the program, separately write array memory diagram, array object memory diagram. Array object memory diagram. Step number 1, int array IA, step number 1. What is happen? IA variable create. Write large rectangle box. You have to write 10 inside. Tell me, when IA variable is created, is the reference 10 yet available or not available? Not available. It's not available yet. Okay. When this 10 will come and store after object created assignment. Next step. Write flower bracket to flower bracket connecting line. Step number 2. What happened here? Array object is created. Array object is created with reference 10. Do you remember? I told you in every array object internally, one special variable is created called what? Length. The length variable contains the size of the array, length of the array. What is that? 5. Number of values available 5. After length variable, now the locations are created. How many locations? 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Please don't say, sir, last box is having length is or it's not equal size. You create equal size with the scale size, okay? Then third step, values are stored. Third step, values are stored. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then array object reference is stored in IA. Fourth step, array object reference 10, 10. 10, 10 stored and point. Okay, now? And tell me, this arrow mark, how can I access? Array variable name of index. Tell me the terminology. What is this box? Array variable. What is the circle? Write down. You also array object. What is 0 to? Array index. What is this doubles? Array memory locations or array locations simply. What is this 10, 10? Array object reference. Array object reference is nothing but address. In C language called address, in Java language called reference. This is daily we are using terminology. Tell me, inside yesterday you written IA of 0 equal to 50, na? Modification. IA of 0 equal to how much written? 50, na? 50, na? 0 na 1 na? 1 na 0 na index number. Say, మీరు ఏది రాసుకున్నది రాసుకోండి 0 or 1 whatever first location. 15 right here. Next, I of 3 equal to I of 2 plus I of 4. Not today, yesterday program. In the notebook, what you have written? I of 0, na? I of 2 equal to 3 kada? I remember I of 3 equal to I of 2, na? 4. Okay. 6 replace with what? 10. Okay. మీ నోట్స్ ప్రకారం మీరు రాసుకోండి, నా నోట్స్ ప్రకారం నేను రాసా. Modifications. According to your program modification, do modification in the memory. Completed? So yesterday we learned just program. Today we learn compiler and JVM activity. Compiler just verify the syntax, data type valid or not, variable name valid or not, the value stored in the array are valid or not. Okay. And then JVM allocate memory. JVM totally allocate 3 memories inside array. Number 1, array variable. Number 2, array object. Number 3, array memory locations. Of course, length variable comes under array object on, or else 4 memories created: array variable, array object, length variable, array memory locations. Okay, na? Next, array variable refers to the array object. If you want to go into the array locations, why are that arrow mark? Arrow mark is referred by IA of index. Okay. With this, we completed how to create array variable and everything. Look at yesterday program. Look into yesterday program. In yesterday program, there is one problem. Code repetition is there. Can you find out? In yesterday program, there is a code repetition. What? Again and again, you have written one logic. What is that? Printing logic. Printing logic, system.out.println, I of 0 to I of 4, 2 times you have written. Suppose if my array object contains 10 locations, then how many SOP lengths I have to write? 10 times 10 SOP length statements. How many times repeatedly I have to write? Every time whenever you wanted access, every time you have to write now. Tell me, is it a problem or not? Code repetition or not? Okay, point number 2. All the people understand. Yesterday I explained after class, many people asked, sir, I didn't understand what you explained. Look at here. I have written class, some test whatever, open bracket, public static void main of string array args, open bracket. I have created int array ia1 equal to flower bracket, empty flower bracket created. Then I call m1 of ia1, passing array object as an argument. When I pass array object as an argument, here what is the method available? Static void m1 of, what do you write? Int array ia, open bracket. Here I have written system.out.println ia1.length plus double quotes locations array object is passed. Something I have written yesterday's statement, today's statement is different. I don't mind what I have written yesterday, I didn't remember. This is the program. All people observe. This is my main method and this is my m1 method. Online students, this is the main method and this is the m1 method. Bolo. Okay. Tell me now. When I compile it, no compile time error, entire syntax I have written correctly. Then execution time JVM come to this line. Everyone tell me, is this memory diagram changing from previous to now? Same. What is created? IA1. IA1 variable created. Equal to, what is this flower bracket to flower bracket? Array object. Array object is created. What is the reference? Already first object 1010 completed, it is 2020. IA is a 1010 and this is second object reference 2020. Did you mention any values inside? No. That means what is the length variable value? 0. And does it contain any locations inside? No. Okay. And then reference is stored 2020 inside and pointing to it. Okay. Next line. M1 of IA. Babu Bujji, what is IA? What is IA1? When you read IA1, are you reading variable or reading object? Variable or object? Variable. If you write IA of square bracket, then what? Object. Samajh mein aaya? IA1 means you come up to here only. You didn't touch arrow. If you want to go into object, what I have to use? IA of index. Okay? Tell me. IA1 means what it will take. IA1, it will go here. Its value 2020 is retrieved. 2020 is retrieved, substituted here. IA1 place what is substituted? 2020. And the 2020 you are passing to M1. Control coming to M1. Tell me, what is coming to M1? 2020 come. The 2020 stored in the parameter variable IA. IA variable contains what? 2020. Samajh mein aaya? Tell me, 2020 is a normal value or reference of the object? Then it is also pointing to the same object. Understand? Tell me now, what is the use of array object? Array object is used for storing multiple values as a one group by using one name. It is also used for passing multiple objects as a group from one method to another method. For passing multiple values as a one group from one method to another method, I must use what? Array. So the method parameter should be what? Array. Object or array variable? Array variable. Parameter is only variable. It is meant for receiving the value. Then from which method you want to pass array object? In that method, create array object, pass that array object variable here in the parenthesis. Then at runtime, what JVM will do? JVM takes the value available in IA1 2020 and pass it as an argument to the method stored in the parameter. Then this method parameter is also pointing to the same array object created in the main method. Understand? All the people, online students, got clarity? Everyone? Okay. Now tell me now. Inside main method, IA1 dot length, inside M1 method, IA dot length are both the same or not? Array. Again repeating the statement. I'm asking question, respond. Inside main method, IA1 dot length, inside M1 method, IA dot length are both the same or not? Why? Array both are pointing to same object, Nara. Array. Both are pointing to same object. Main method and M1 method are sharing same memory. For example, your friend bought Sunday. Okay, one bottle bought. Okay, and he hiding backside and come inside the room and checking, are you there in the room or not? You are there sleeping. Maya, this fellow sleeping, my bottle is bach gaya. Then he placed that bottle on the table, went into the washroom. You are in deep sleeping, but smell coming, na? Okay, you are very strong in that smell, na? Found smell. This fellow bottle bringing. Wake up and open the bottle. Half of the beer bottle completed, and then you silently place it there. Again, blanket, fold the blanket and sleeping like silently like previous. Now you come out of the washroom and look at the bottle and tell me, half of the drink completed. That modification affected to you or not? Why? Why? You and your friend, both hands are using what? Same bottle. Are you catching my point? You and your friend both are sharing same bottle. Then the drink in that bottle, when he is drinking, that less quantity applied to you. When you are drinking, that less quantity applied to your friend. Why? Because both are sharing the same bottle. Understand? Right? Apply here. Here, what is the your friend hand? IA1. Your hand, okay, sorry. Your hand is what? IA1. Original hand, your hand, IA1. Your friend hand is what? IA. That beer bottle is what? That array object. So tell me now, either you write IA1 dot drink, or your friend write IA dot drink, that water or that drink is decreasing in the bottle only, na? That modification effect is affecting to the both variable. So tell me, when you create object in one method, if you pass that object as an argument to the another method, in that method, if you read value of the object, separate object is created, same object shared, same object shared. So in the main method with the original variable, in the called method parameter variable, both are refers to the same object, both are accessing the same array. Understand clearly? Really? Shall I ask a question now? Tell me now. Here, first time when I call this method, what is the value printed here? IA dot length value. What is the value printed? 0. Now, I open main method. Inside main method, I have changing this array by adding one number 3. Okay, na? I added one number 3. Tell me, when I run this program second time, tell me array object is created again. First time execution completed, variable, object, memory, everything is destroyed. Second time, length variable is created with 3 na, with 1 na. Come again. Everyone. 1 not 3. Because 3 is a size, 3 is the value. Value. With how many locations created? 1 location. Index number is what? 0. What is the value? 3. Okay, na? Tell me. Now M1 of IA1. Same. IA1 reference 2020 read passed here. Then 2020 pointing to the array object. Different array na? Same array na? Same array. What is the value coming from here? What is the value coming here? 0 na 1 na? 1. One location array object is passed. So tell me, now I am passing 0 to n number of values to a method by changing parameter, without changing parameter. Without changing parameter. How many times I create method? One time. How many times I added parameter? One time. Now tell me, from the main method, I am calling this method by passing 0 to n number of values as a group with a single name, with a single parameter. Then that is the advantage of what? Array. And tell me, in the previous program, if you remember, m1 of int I when I write, how many values it accepted? One value. 0 value accepted? No. 2 values accepted? No. But now, single parameter accepting 0 value, 1 value, 2 value, 3 value. So as and when you change the number of values in the array object, automatically array object number of locations are increasing, decreasing. And then the same array object with the number of locations are passing. This method is working with 0 to n number of values. Everybody understand? Write on this diagram. Passing memory diagram for passing array object as argument. Memory diagram for passing array object as argument. Let me write yesterday program only. Who removed? Who created? Gajanan? Who created? Then who removes? Class test, open bracket, public static void main of string array args, open bracket. Yesterday I created 3 array objects. Int ia1 equal to empty array, int array. All are writing int array ia2 equal to 3, int array ia3 equal to 3 comma 4, int array ia4 equal to 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6. Draw object memory diagram side. ia1 array object, length variable 0, reference you can take 10 10 20 20 your wish, 10 10 store point. Next, ia2 second array object, again inside what is there? Length variable with size 1, with one location, with value 3, index number 0, reference 2020, 2020 stored here, pointing to. Next, ia3 variable is created. Another array object is created with reference 30 30. Inside, length variable is created with reference 2, with the 2 locations 0, 1, 3, 4. 30 30 pointing to it. Next, ia4 variable is created. Another new array object is created with reference 40 40. Length variable 4. Number of locations 0, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6. 40 40 stored here, pointing. and then I'm calling M1 method by passing IA1, M1 method by passing IA2, M1 method by passing IA3, M1 method by passing IA4. Close main method. And create static void M1 of int array IA, open bracket, closed bracket. Yesterday we have written logic. That logic what I have written, system dot out dot println double quotes array object double quote plus IA plus system dot out dot print double quotes passed with plus double quotes plus IA dot length plus double quotes locations. Okay. Execution flow. Java test JVM comes to the test class. From there go to the main method. From there go to the first statement, array object created. Second statement, second array. Third statement, third array. Fourth statement, fourth array. Now fifth statement, M1 of IA. Here M of IA1 means IA1 value is passed into M1 method. What is M1 of IA1 value? 1010. The 1010 is passed to M1 method parameter. Then M1 method parameter IA variable is created with reference to 1010. And this 1010 is pointing to the same array. Okay. IA1 variable, IA variable, both are pointing to same array. Then what is the output we will get? Square bracket I at the rate 1010. IA place what is printed? Square bracket I at the rate 1010 and IA dot length what is printed? 0. I'm not printing complete message, just main points I'm printing. Now after method execution completed, control come back to main method. Writing or watching? Watching days are completed. Already explained. One method I explained. Second method you explained to. What happened for M1 of IA2? IA2 object is passed. IA2 reference is passed. Reference is passed. What is IA2 reference? 2020. Now control is coming to again M1 method. Tell me, when you call this IA second time, again one more time IA variable memory create. This time with what reference? 2020. Now it is pointing to which array? Second array. Tell me, from the main method IA2, from the M1 method IA, both are same. Second time what is the output printed? Square bracket int array. What is this array? 2020 with what is the length? 1. Array object 2020 is passed with 1 location. That is complete message print. Third object, can you tell yourself? Online students writing థర్డ్ మెథడ్ కాల్ యూ ట్రై. రెండు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసా, రెండు మీరు చెప్పాలి. వర్క్. ఐల్ చెక్ యువర్ నోట్స్ నో. అమ్మా అవునా? ఏ నోనా? కమాన్ వర్క్. ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఆస్క్. డౌటా బై డౌటా? రాయలేదా? యూ డీన్ ట్రై? వేర్ రిటర్న్ దిస్ ఇస్ M1. వేర్ ఇస్ మెయిన్ మెథడ్? Yeah. Then how can I connect that method to this method? I told you, na, complete program should write in a single page. Don't distribute the program in 3-4 pages. Huh? What is the doubt? Why you are worrying about these two lines? Worry about the memory, flow of execution. What happened at this line number? Why you are thinking about this? Think about this, man. This logic is connected by this method call. Look from the method call. What happened when I write M1 of IA1? You are here, I am here, disconnected. That's why you don't understand. When I call M1 of IA1, IA1 reference, what is the reference? 1010. What? 1010 is passed and given to here. Okay. What is IA1 value? What is IA value? M1 of IA1 meaning what? Method is called. Then what happened? IA1 value is passed and stored in IA. What is the value of IA? 1010. Tell again. Again. What is the IA value? That means IA is also pointing to what is the value of IA? What is the value of IA dot length? Then tell me what is your doubt? Where is the point? Problem? Program is problem or memory problem? You are writing program for programmer for memory operation. But if you don't understand memory, how can I understand program? That's what I'm saying. Understand memory, understand the flow of execution. Automatically program will understand. Understand that? Explain this. IA2 reference is passed into M1 stored in IA, and IA is pointing to the 2020 object, not here, 2020 object. Then what is the IA value? What is IA dot length? 3. 3? Not 3, 1. Memory is 3. Why you are writing 0, 1 down? Why you are writing down? Where I have written? Where I have written, man? That's why the problem. You are writing whatever you like. That's why you're not connecting to me. This is your North India. That is our Java. This is wrong Java, North India. That is actual Java. Index number should write ऊपर है, नीचे नहीं है. नीचे कुछ नहीं है. तुम्हारा हेड कहाँ है? ऊपर है, नीचे? ऊपर है. नीचे क्यों? इसका नाम क्या है? 0 है. 0 उधर किधर किधर रखना? ऊपर. स्ट्राइकर. समझ में आया? Super. Write down the diagram, arrow marks diagram. कहा? एरो मार्क में. इधर लिखना, ओके, एरो मार्क में साइड नहीं है, हाँ, from this M1 control come to IA. Then what is the value coming on this arrow mark? Right. Then this is what variable, draw memory IA. Super. 1010 is a mathematical value, reference of object. Right arrow mark to this object. From main method, IA1. From M1 method, IA. Both are pointing to same object. Right connecting line like that. उधर देखो, both are same. समझ में आया? Now logic executed. This is A ना, IA ना? IA रहा, variable name is IA ना? What is IA value? 1010. Write down arrow mark. Square bracket I at the rate 1010. Just write, man, output. Square bracket I. Square bracket I at the rate 1010. I capital letter. What is the meaning of it? IA variable is referring to integer array that is created at 1010 address. Down. What is the meaning of IA dot length? What is the value? Right, 0. Side down. This both SOP and output you are printing. Side here, 0. That is first M1 method execution output. Okay. Method execution completed. Right return arrow mark. What is the next line? Right on. From here, what happened? You explain. IA2 reference is passed. 2020, right? 2020 on arrow mark. The 2020 comes to M1 method. Right? 2020 on arrow mark again. Again, IA variable memory created. Now parameter IA pointing to wonderful. Both are same reference. Then logic executed. Second time IA variable refers to which object? Second object. Now right side. What is the output come second time? IA variable refers to array of integer array object which is created at 2020. And the length of the array object is 1. Super. Again, method come out, third method executed. Speak. M1 method is called by passing IA3 reference 3030. Control will go into M1 method. Right arrow mark, language the speaking. Right arrow mark from here to here. Control will go to M1 method with reference 3030 and stored in the parameter IA. Parameter IA is now pointing to 3030 object. Okay. Okay. Then method logic is executed with 3030 array object. Output is printed square bracket I at the rate 3030 and length 2. Okay, na? Again, after method execution completed, control will go to main method. In main method, port M1 method executed. Tell me. M1 method is called by passing IA4 reference 4040. Control goes to M1 method with 4040 reference. Right arrow mark 4040. 4040 stored in the parameter IA. IA. Parameter IA pointing to 4040 object. Method logic is executed with 4040 object and output printed at the rate 4040 and prints the length 4. Okay, now you have to speak in English. Only writing diagram. Okay. Anybody have confusions? Offline students? Confusion? Can explain cheyala? This row, Babu. Last row. You want me to explain anything? అర్థమైందా? అర్థం కావద్దు మళ్ళీ చెప్తా, అందుకే వచ్చే మీ దగ్గరికి. అడి చెప్పాను కదా, తిట్టలేదు కదా. I didn't scold him, right? I explained him again. Now you got clarity. You only written everything. If you have any doubts, ask, I'll explain. No. Second row. Understood? Third row, Babu. Boys. Everyone understood? Fourth row. Understood? Next. Understood? Any doubts? Girls? అర్థమైందా? Explain చేయాలా? Anything you want me to explain? Sir. Understand? Online students? Offline students are saying they understood. What about you? Tell me. All the people talk along with me. What is the meaning of this line? Calling M1 method. This is calling. Come again. Bypassing. Tell me, bypassing. Calling M1 method. Bypassing IA3 object reference. What? 3030. Here what happened? 3030 reference is retrieved and passing. Here what is the value retrieved? IA2 reference is retrieved and passing. Here what is retrieved? IA1 reference. IA1 reference is retrieved and passing. Repeat again. What is the meaning of this statement? Calling. Again you are listening. IA1 object reference. Then IA1 object reference is passed into M1 method. What this line? Passed into M1 method. Passed into M1 method, stored in the method parameter IA. Stored into method parameter IA. 3030. Parameter is now pointing to the same IA3 object. Same 3030 object pointing by IA3. So tell me, from main method IA3 dot length, from M1 method IA dot length, both are same. And then what is printed? Now output printed on the console, array object of int array object at the rate 3030 is passed with the length, what? 2 locations. Okay, na? IA dot length and coming from here. IA means coming the reference. After method execution completed, control return to where? Main method. Then main method executes. Main method executes. Is it visible? Main method executes again M1 method. And tell me, again M1 method is called bypassing IA4 object reference 4040. Then the 4040 reference is passed into M1 method and stored in the parameter IA. Parameter IA is pointing to the same object, 4040 object, which is pointing by IA4. Then method logic is executed. How many times method logic executed? 4 times. First time, blue color. Second time, third time, and fourth time. 4 times executed. And fourth time, the same logic is executed with new array with reference 4040 with the size 4. Okay, na? Answer my question. If I pass array object, if I pass array object as an argument, what is passed? Array object memory passed, array object reference is passed. Array object reference is passed. Then the method original variable, method parameter, both are pointing to same object. In the main method, original variable of, in the M1 method, parameter of both returns what? Same output. Okay, na? That is called sharing. By passing object as an argument, we are sharing our object to the other method to access. Okay, let me ask a question. I got angry on one student. Assume, I never get angry. Assume, I got angry on one student, got hurted. I canceled the class, left the classroom, went out. Then only that one student affected, a complete class affected. Why? Why? Same example, ra. Here array object, I am shareable to all the students, na? Who all you people are? All you people are referenced variables. IA1, IA2, IA3, IA4 parameter. Okay? Then tell me, one student IA created a problem to me. That problem affected to all other students also, na? Because I am shareable. Let me take another example. You have a bike and you fill the petrol tank of your bike, full petrol tank. Then happily you are using. Suddenly your friend asks, "Arey mama, urgent requirement, please give me your bike." Then with a heart, what do you call, soft-hearted, kind-hearted, you given your bike to your friend. By the time bike is returned back to your hand, new bike is coming, same bike is coming. You given your same bike. Your hand is IA1. You given your bike to your friend hand is what? IA. IA1 dot, IA dot. Both refers to the same bike. Now he started bike and riding the bike. By the time bike is coming back, petrol is decreased in the petrol tank, na? Is the decreased petrol affecting to you also, na? Tell me, second time will you give bike to him or not give up? Not give. Why? Because he used my petrol, not fill the tank and give me back. Then you are asking, Yara, petrol bodicha, did he fill the petrol? No, mama, please you do. Okay? If he's a close friend, you are bearing. If he's a just a friend, you will not bear. Next time say, sorry, I have urgent work. You cannot give. Maybe, tell me now, petrol consumed, okay. By the time he is coming back, maybe your bike is coming by one auto, trolley auto. Understand? He made one accident to your bike. Then tell me, the accident bike is affecting to you also, na? Why? Because both are sharing same object. Comfortable? All you people understand this concept? So tell me again, last concept. When we create an object in main method, if you pass this object to the another method as an argument, that another method accepting new object, same our object, same our object. Write down. What happened in the statement? What happened in the statement? What happened in the statement? M1 of IA1. Online students, everyone understood today class? If you have any doubts, please post your questions in the chat window. I'll explain. What happened in the statement M1 of IA1? Bracket semicolon. Down you write. Step number 1. I will explain all the arrow marks. Okay, what you have to speak. Daily I will speak the same sentences. Then you also should speak the same. Okay, when you by heart this statement today, tomorrow onwards classes are easy. What is our job in the programming language? Store value, pass value. Use that value in that method. So if you don't by heart these sentences and terminology, then you will feel difficult to understand job. Okay, right. First statement, first step. Here we called M1 method. Here we called M1 method by passing IA1 array object reference 10, 10. That is your job, right? By writing the statement M1 of IA1, you inform to JVM, I am calling M1 of IA1, means I want to execute M1 method with the reference IA1. JVM understood. Now, second step onwards, it is your Java, JVM Java. JVM Java. Now, what JVM is doing? Next step. Then JVM passes PASSES. Then JVM passes IA1 object reference 1010 as argument to M1 method. M1 method. And tell me how many arrow marks completed? First, this box. What is the meaning of this box? Calling M1 method bypassing IA1. That is the first step box. Second step is what? Then JVM passes IA1 object reference 1010 to M1 method. That arrow marks. Okay, 2 arrow marks. Dabba and the arrow mark completed. Now talk about this one. Okay, third step. In M1 method, the parameter IA memory is created, comma, the passed reference 1010 is stored. The passed reference 1010 is stored in this memory, comma. Then parameter IA points to POINTS points to the same 1010 object memory, the same 1010 object memory which is pointing by IA1 variable in main method, which is pointing by IA1 variable in main method. How much we completed? So first step, the box, calling M1 method by passing IA1 object as a argument. Second, then JVM reads IA1 object reference, pass it as an argument to M1 method. Third step, in M1 method, IA1 variable, IA1 parameter, M1 method parameter, IA1 memory is created. IA1 memory is created, this box. IA1 memory created, the reference 1010 stored, and it is pointing to the 1010 object memory, which is pointing by IA1 from main method. Clearer? Down. Continuation. Full stop. Continuation. Okay. Then, okay, next point you write, you can write. Then, it means the original variable IA1, and tell me, this IA is original variable or temporary variable? IA is permanent or temporary? IA1 is permanent. IA is what? Temporary. For my bike, my hands are permanent. Your hands are what? Temporary. After your usage complete, you are returning bike to me, na? So tell me, here the original variable or permanent variable IA1 and the temporary variable parameter IA, both are pointing to same object. Okay, right now. The original variable or permanent variable IA1 and the temporary variable, comma, the temporary variable method parameter IA. The temporary variable method parameter IA points to same object. Points to the same object. Full stop. Okay. What I'm talking about, this connected circle, semicircle. This fourth point is connected semicircle completed. Now come to the method logic. Fourth point, fifth point. Fifth point. Then inside method logic, inside the method, the logic, inside the method, the logic is executed. Logic is executed with the values available in the past object. Values available in the past object. Look at here, step numbers I am giving. This is step number 1. This is step number 2. This is step number 3. This is step number 4. And this is step number 5. Okay. So these are notes and the connected step numbers. If you want, write steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the notes, arrow marks. On arrow marks, write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So notes connecting to diagram. మీరు ఒక స్టేట్మెంట్ ని చూస్తే దాని ఇంగ్లీష్ లో మాట్లాడగలగాలి. When you see one statement in the program, you must able to speak in English. This is the English. Okay, if you cannot speak in English, you cannot pass technical round, face-to-face technical round you cannot pass, and you cannot understand program. Okay, so you have to start understand the terminology also. That's why read notes. Now last conclusion dot. When we pass array object as an argument to a method, when we pass array object as an argument to a method, when we pass array object as an argument to a method, what is passed? Comma, array object reference is passed. Array object reference is passed, but not array object memory. But not array object memory. Okay, remember that. With this, we completed array object creation, its memory, passing array object as argument to the method. Final conclusion, when we want to store multiple values as a one group with a single name, I must use word array. When we want to pass multiple objects as an argument to a method, I must use what? Array. Parameter type should be array and passing object should be array. With this, we got clarity on array. Online students, any questions, doubts? Yesterday, I have given this program, and at last of the program I give an assignment. Any of you have worked? అసలు చూసారా మెటీరియల్ గూగుల్ క్లాస్ రూమ్లో? I have uploaded material in the Google Classroom. Did you notice that? What I have extra uploaded? Variable limitation, multiple storing, multiple values by using variables. Then, okay, problem solution, array variable, array object, array variable, array object, passing array object as what? Argument. This memory diagram I have shared yesterday itself. Then next, working with array, the entire notes, same program what you have written yesterday. At last I given one assignment. Assignment number 1. Develop a program to store floating point values as a one group by using array object. Read and print those values in. Read and print values in how many approaches? 2 approaches. Assignment 2. Develop a program to store string objects nothing but names, as one group by using array object. Read and print those values in how many approaches? 2 approaches. Okay, what are the 2 approaches? First I need to understand. First look at this question. Here there is a code redundancy. What is that? Same logic I am writing repeatedly. If my array contain 100 locations, how many SOP lanes I have to write? 100. How many times I have to repeat? Every time when you want read and print, I have to repeat. Then tell me, is it program become lengthy and repeated or not? So this is a static nature code. It is a static nature code. So then what is the dynamic nature? Dynamic nature means you write SOPL only one time. You write SOPL only one time. That one time written statement should execute repeatedly as many locations as we have in the program. Understand my point? Repeat again. This program, writing SOPLN again and again for every location is a static nature. What is dynamic nature? Write SOPLN only one time and execute it repeatedly as many locations as we have in the array. If you want to execute a statement repeatedly in Java, we have a concept called loop. What is the concept name? Loop. For storing value, I have a variable. For reading and printing value, I have print statement. If you want to execute some statement repeatedly, then I have a concept called loop. There are 3 types of loops are there: while loop, do while loop, for loop. How many loops are there? 3 loops. First one, while loop, do while loop, for loop. Among these 3 loops, I must use for loop to work with array. Sir, why? What the problem with while, do while? In a loops chapter, I'll explain. At this minute, I want to use this for loop directly. Whenever you want to work with a loop, whenever you want to work with a array, you have to use what? For loop. Why for loop, sir? For loop is meant for working between the range from here to here. I want to execute a statement between here to here sequentially one after one. Then I have to use what? For loop. Array contains the range or not? 0 to length. 0 to length I want to execute. Range is there. For that I should use for loop. Carefully observe now. Carefully observe now what I am writing, online student. This is what? Static. I want to develop dynamic. Dynamic is nothing but, observe now, which statement you want to execute? SOPLN statement. System.out.println IA of. Bolo, IA of, what is the first number you are passing? 0. Then plus 1, 1. Then plus 1, 2. Then plus 1, 3. Then plus 1, 4. Start from 0, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, up to in this array 4, another array 5, another array 10, some other array 100. What is this number? Length. So tell me, I have to write here 0 to length. Where I should store 0? In one variable. Every time iteration repeated, I should increase the value of that variable. No? I am choosing the variable array index. That variable is what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 or what? Index. So I am taking variable name as what? Index. But index is a lengthy word. That's why I am shortcut as what? I. Shortcut what? I. And tell me, this I variable I must create, repeatedly I should increase. For that, I am using for int I. Start from where? 0, I. How long? How long I should keep on move next step, next step, next step until I value is less than IA dot length. How long I should go to next step? How long I should execute this for loop? I value until less than IA dot length. How can you go 0 to 1, 1 to 2? Increase. How to increase? I plus plus. Plus plus is an operator that will increase the value of the variable. Open bracket, closed bracket. Open bracket, closed bracket. So this is the for loop I have. So tell me now, how many times I have written for loop? One time. How many times I am executing this for loop? Start from 0 to IA dot length. How we are moving from 0 to IA dot length? By using plus plus. Understand the syntax? And tell me now. First time I have written for loop for these SOPLN statements. These SOPLN statements I am repeating with 3 lines for SOPLN closed bracket. Then tell me, for printing the value, the modified values of array, for printing these values, modified values, again I must repeat the for loop now. Oh, tell me now. Again down, I should repeat the for loop one more time. What is right now? Same for loop or different for loop? Same for loop. For int I equal to 0, I less than IA dot below length I plus plus open bracket. What is right now? System dot out at println IA of I closed bracket. As many times you want to read and print the values, those many times I have to write this for loop repeatedly. Oh, again it's a code redundancy or no? Again, is it code redundancy or not? First time, second time. Have you written different logic or same logic? Same logic. When you're writing same logic, don't write again and again. This is a dynamic logic, but still it is what? Code redundancy. Then NGL, sir, what should I do now? Just now you have learned one concept called what? Method. Tell me, can I create one method, static void display? What is your target? Displaying the values of array, na? Which array? You give me. Now can I take int array IA here or not? Open bracket. And now I am writing for loop here. For int I equal to 0, I less than IA dot length I plus plus. I plus plus open bracket. Inside what you write? System dot out dot println of IA of I close for loop and close method. Close for loop, close method. How many times you create method? One time. One time you created. Now, whenever you want to display value, call that method here. Call that method here. Display of what I should pass? IA. Then tell me, display method is called by passing IA object reference. Control is coming here. In this IA variable, what is stored? Same object reference 1010. Tell me, main method IA, parameter IA, both are refers to what? Same array. And then tell me, this for loop, IA of 0 is executed with the number of values available in the array or not? Everyone understand? All right. Then tell me, after method execution completed, control come back to what? Main method. Then after you completed this modification, when you want to print a value, will you write logic again or just you call the method again? Just you call method again by passing IA again. First time when you pass IA, what value is available, those values are printed. Second time when I call M1 method, what are the values available presently, that values will be printed. Logic is same, array is the same, but the values are different. So tell me, what is the right approach of reading and printing values of the array? Write individual SOPLNs or write SOPLN inside for loop? Right inside the for loop. Then write for loop directly in the main method or write in our user defined method. Right inside user defined method, call that method in multiple places wherever you want. Then how many times you have written logic? One time. And you are using that logic repeatedly. Then that display method logic development is dynamic and code reusable. Dynamic and reusable. If you want a dynamic, write the for loop again and again. You want to make that code reusable, write that for loop inside the method, call the method from everywhere, wherever you want. So this style of writing program, you must habituate. First time when you are looking, feel difficult. Then what to do after going to home? Write the program in your notebook and execute that program. Dry run you have to make. Dry run you have to execute. Dry run means what? Whatever arrow marks I am explaining, that arrow mark. You yourself should feel JVM. Step number 1, JVM come here. From here it is going. From here it is executing, coming back. Like how I felt that this code is reusable. One time I have written, multiple times I am able to execute. Same way you should also feel it, explain it to yourself. I told you, you yourself you have to talk and explain. Or you should have your friend next to you and explain. If your friend is not there, have the mirror and write on the paper, explain yourself. As long as you are not running the program yourself with the arrow marks and memory drawing, you feel difficult to understand Java. Understand? What is the way of learning any programming language? Typing program, seeing output, running the program yourself with pen paper. Pen and paper. As long as you are not using pen and paper, always you feel language is difficult. Start using pen and paper. After you understood the flow of execution, why you written this program, then go to system and test. System is not meant for learning. System is meant for what? Testing your knowledge. Testing your knowledge. Okay, right. Next one. Problem in above program. Problem in above program. Problem in above program. Reading and printing values. Problem in above program. Reading and printing values of array. Reading and printing values of array. In above program, we have written multiple SOPLN statements. For reading and printing array locations values. It is a static nature code. It is a static nature code because we must modify source code by adding more SOPLN statements or by removing existing SOPLN statements every time when we decrease, when we increase or decrease values in the array. For example, int array ia equal to 3, 4, 5. System dot out at println ia of 0, ia of 1, ia of 2. This logic reads only 3 values. If we increase values in array, we must add more SOPLN statements respectively. Hence, this code is static nature code. Another problem is it is redundant. It is redundant code, means same logic, means we wrote same logic repeatedly. Hence, we need to do same code change in multiple places. Solutions. For making this code dynamic, we must use for loop. For making this code reusable, we must write this for loop in a user defined method and must call this method completed. Shall I write code? Both I will implement at a time. Okay. Look at here. First step is what? Creating array. Creating array object with 5 values. I am removing this index and all. Just making. Second step is what? I am directly printing values. I am not using old style. I am using new style. Printing array object. What do you write? For loop. For, okay. I'll do one thing. First, I want to show one small problem, then I will go. Reading, printing, array locations. Tell me, this also I am removing, not required. Creating array object with how many values? 5. Control 1, 5 values. Okay. Now, I am adding extra value. 8, 9. Tell me now. 8, 9. 8 to 9 values are reading, printing? No. Only 7 values are printed. Tell me, I am decreasing the values now. When I increase the value, no compile time error, no runtime error, values are not printed. If I decrease the values, any problem? Don't see my face. Look at the program and answer. Is there any problem? When I say problem, you should start speak yourself. If you are only silently looking, no problem will come. Okay, array having how many values? 3. Creating array object 3 values. Is there any problem in that line? No. Go down. First SOPLN, any problem? SOPLN of I of 0, any problem? No. SOPLN I of 1, any problem? No. I of 2, I of 3. There you will get array index out of bounds exception. You will get array index out of bounds exception. Understand how to solve this problem? Very simple. Remove these 2 lines, so problem solved. Remove those 2 lines. Okay. Compile and then what? Execute. Okay, now if I want extra, then if you write again these values, again you have to write extra SOPLNs. So tell me, this is called static nature code. Every time when number of values in the array is increased, number of SOPLNs has to be increased. When array values are decreased, SOPLNs also decrease. To solve this problem, what I have to write? For loop. Let's go ahead. Which statement you want to execute? System.out.println of IA of what you want to print here? 0, 1, 2, 3 index. That index number shortcut I'm taking I. You wanted to execute this SOPLN multiple times. Then what do you write? For in I equal to 0, I less than IA dot length I plus plus open bracket closed bracket. Tell me, now this for loop is static nature or dynamic nature? Dynamic nature code. How is it dynamic nature code? Control 1, compile, control 2. How many values are printed? 5. Now I am adding extra value 7, 8, 9. Hello, this is 7, 8, 9. These 2 values when increased, length of the array is changed or not? IA dot length is fixed based on number of values. Previously for loop end is what? 5. Now what? 7. How many values available here in the array? 7. IA dot length value is what? 7. I value start from where? 0. 0, loop iterated plus plus 1, loop iterated plus 1, loop iterated plus 1, loop iterated. How many times loop iterated? 7 times. Previously? Array 5 times. Now, then tell me, without touching this for loop, my values are, new values are coming or not? Yes. Samajh mein aaya? Tell me, what is the advantage of for loop? My code become what? Dynamic. What is the meaning of dynamic? When number of values are changed in the array, You no need to modify number of SOPL lengths. Automatically IA dot length adjust the number. It will provide the latest number, latest size. Tell me, now I am decreasing the number of values. Tell me now, what is the IA dot length? Bolo ra? 3. Now for loop I value 0, 1 less than 3, yes, 0 less than 3, yes, I of 0, I plus plus 1, 1 less than 3, yes, 1, y plus plus 2, 2 less than 3, yes, and then I plus plus 3, 3 less than 3, going out. Okay, tell me, did you get array index out of bounds exception? No. Why? Because for loop length will be only 3, then for loop executed only 3 times, then 3 times 3 values are coming. अच्छा tell me, this code is what? Dynamic. समझ में आया? पक्का? When number of values are increasing, decreasing, who is making this SOP line dynamic? IA dot length. Okay? Next, if I write like this, what happens? Third step, modifying array values. Then what is written? IA of 1, IA of 1 equal to 15, IA of 2 equal to IA of 0 plus IA of 4 I have written. Then I want to print modified values. Then tell me, I should write the same for loop second time. Na? Reading and printing array modified values. I return for loop again. Then what happened? Here I am writing one line gap. Control 1, compile. Control 2. Look at the array index order bounds. Oh, here number of values are not there. Sir, let me take only one location. Leave it. Control 1, compile. Control. So 2 times 3, 4, 5, 3, 15, 5. But I have written for loop 2 times. Because you written for loop 2 times, now this program become what? Static nature? Static nature, no, but code redundancy. Dynamic code, but code redundancy is there. So how to avoid? I want write for loop 1 time and I want reuse. So if you want to avoid code redundancy, I must use what? User defined method with IA of I. Previously, what I display here, IA dot length I display, because that time SOP length, if I write number of values are increase, decrease, I got array index out of one's exception. Tell me, remove this statement, or you can write this statement. M1 method has received array object with how many values? 3 values. Those values are right for loop. Tell me again. For int I equal to 0, I less than IA dot length I plus plus. Inside what you write? System dot out dot println of IA of I. Hey, this IA is which IA? Parameter IA. Okay, this IA is a parameter IA. This parameter IA, main method IA, both are pointing to same array object. Tell me, in place of for loop, what you call here? Display of IA. I am asking JVM, execute display method by passing IA. What is the values available in IA? 3. The 3 values are passed, the 3 values are print. Control 1. In place of M1, I am writing display. Control 1, compile. Control 2, execute. Look at that. M1 method has received array object. This is the reference with the 3 values. What are those values are? 3, 4, 5. Okay. This slash and I am removing. Okay. Now, second for loop, I am removing. Second for loop, I am removing. Here also what I am calling? Display of IA. How many times I have written logic? 1 time. How many times I am reusing that logic? multiple times. So this style of writing code is called what? Code redundancy, code reusability, code reusability. Control one, control. Look at that. M1 method has received different array object or same array object? Same array object, and those values now 3, 15, 5. So it's up to you. If you want understand with the display method, write with the display method. No sir, display method is confusing me. I want write for loop only, and 2 times you can write for loop. Ignore this method. Anyways, this display method in the coming classes will write. As of now, I want write just a for. Okay na? Write this program. Check. So working with for loop, you have to practice compulsory. Okay. So already I have shared for loop execution diagram in the Google Classroom yesterday. Please refer the diagram, how the executing step by step. First, int I equal to 0, then I 0 less than 4, then SOPL logic, I value 0, 0 value printed, then I plus plus 1. Then come to the condition, 1 less than IA dot length, true, then go inside, I value 1, second value printed, I plus plus 2. Then 2 less than 3, true, go inside, I of I 3, 2 displayed, 2 index value, third value printed. Then go to I plus plus, I value 3, 3 less than 3 false, going out. This is how for loop is executed internal. So with this, we got clarity on working with array, all 5 steps. What is that? Creating array, storing value in the array, reading and printing values, modifying, again reading and printing. And next, the 5th one, passing array object as an argument, inside method, reading the values of the array, and flow of execution, passing array object, clear clarity, all the steps I have given. Understand? Tell me, today class is benefited to you? People who attended class? People who missed the class, they will face the problem for the next classes, definitely. Because in the next classes, I will use array very heavily, and for loop with array also I will use. Okay. Tomorrow, okay, totally how many ways we can store data inside a program? 4 ways. First, by using variable, understood. Array problem, variable problem, understood. Then we are moving to the next one is what? Array. Array also, variable problem, array problem. We have problem. To solve that array problem, we got a new concept called what? Class. So tomorrow we are learning how to store data by using class, how to read values from the class, how to print values. That topic we are covering in tomorrow class. And tomorrow, indirectly, we are entering into object-oriented programming. If people miss tomorrow class, next classes will become very difficult. So sincerely requesting, don't miss tomorrow class. Clear my point? Right. Thank you. That's all for today class. See you tomorrow.